And New York Fights, Gail Falkenthal Unboxing welcomes one of the newer signings to Manny Pacquiao Promotions. It's Elijah Pierce, the Wolf. We're going to ask you about that too. And
Mhm.
I imagine you are hot in the middle of training camp. Am I right?
Yes, I am.
Very
Um,
good.
yeah, I got some great sparring today. Matter of fact, honestly, it's kind of funny. I haven't slept in 25 hours.
My God. Well,
I've
let's
still got through my three training sessions in.
that's what it takes, right? So Elijah, for those who don't know you, you're out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, 21 wins, 17 by knockout, and like I said, you're the a new signing to Manny Pacquiao Promotions out of the United States,
Mhm.
and you're training for your first fight on a card coming up February 28th. It's at
Yes,
a venue we all know and love, the Stone Casino in Verona, New York, and it's
hmm
on Amazon Prime Video.
yes.
That's big. That's impressive. Did that did you know about that when you signed or would you book the fight?
Um, no, man. Initially we were supposed to fight November 29th in California, but due to me being falling ill, we had to reschedule it, and you know, I feel like it worked out the way it was supposed to. Because now I feel like it's an even better card and better opportunity, being that it's on Amazon Prime, and now. Because the first one was on ESPN Deportes, which some people were having complications, how to,
Yeah.
get it. So
Yeah.
this is going to be even that much better.
And a lot of fans are perfectly okay listening to commentary in Spanish, but I mean, Deportes
Yeah.
is not always on everyone's,
Yeah, big old card. I got you.
menu, right? And in Southern California, we're pretty used to it. But come on, Amazon Prime Video, that is, come on. Who Tell me you're watching, you don't have Amazon Prime. Come on, y'all have Amazon Prime. So it's a great card. And you're going to be facing, you know, not exactly an easy out here. Lorenzo Parra, Venezuela. A lot of us have seen Lorenzo, 23 1-1, 17 knockouts. And his last fight, he fought Omar Trinidad, who we all just saw on the first Zuffa card, to a majority draw. So you're not really taking the easy road here, Elisha.
Oh yeah, I've never taken an easy road. Nothing about my career has been easy. I've never been handed any gifts in this sport. I've literally fought tooth and nail for every single thing that I've had, that I've earned and gotten in the sport. And February 28th will be no different.
So what led to you signing with Manny's new promotion outlet in the United States? How'd that all come about?
Well, I had met the promoters years ago when I was doing some sparring. This is actually when I initially first saw my manager, Tryfon Petrov, and my co-manager Jesse Tanksley. So there I had sparred Rai Salim, and we had some good work, and then once I signed with him, my career pretty much did a complete 360 at that point, and because at that time I was 9-2. I was 9-2 with seven knockouts, or eight knockouts, I believe, and I was finding my way back, through a lot of hardships, really just more so in my personal life. I went through a divorce early, yeah, very young. Um, I'm a single father of two now, presently, and at that time I had a lot of growing pains I had to overcome. So um just nothing's never been easy. So I'm very used to it, but at the same time I'm just grateful for the opportunity to have grown and have been able to, overcome those challenges, because they made me who I am today. And come February 28th, Para is going to have to fight somebody who's battle tested, somewhere not only battle tested in the ring. A lot of people have seen me have a lot of entertaining fights in the ring. I've been knocked down before, gotten up, stopped two opponents thus far. And so on and so forth. So I'm no stranger to difficulty. So, not like I said, besides him having to deal with a very tough opponent, he's also dealing with somebody who's faced and has been defeating life as of So as of so far, so and that being able to battle the two is a statement on its own, I believe. And come fight night, he's really gonna have to put it all out there to even have a chance of beating me, or even have a chance of dealing with me, or he's gonna get run over pretty severely.
Well, your last fight's a great example because you were in, with another veteran, Michael Das Marinas, who a lot of us know.
Yes.
And the first round, the first damn round, Elijah, I'm not gonna lie, that as a fan, you're watching, that's an oh shit moment. Like you see that left come out of nowhere and pop you. You've got to get back up, and there are 9 rounds to go after you take a shot like that. I mean, and that must have been an oh shit moment in your own mind. But I'm here to calm all the people watching down because in the ninth round, you gave him some payback. You blew him out of there and won the fight by your own knockout. Very impressive. I mean, does that fight kind of sum up how your career has gone? Everything you've just talked about, the blows outside the ring, the blows inside the ring, your
To an extent.
gunfight. I mean, you got to crawl your way back, and most people after seeing that shot in the first round would have thought, well, yeah, okay, that's it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it in the slightest.
No, I mean, ultimately, like, well, people who know me, that who really know me and know me, like from sparring, just in general, know how tough I am. I mean, there's no way that no. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good shot, but no, you're just going to take a hell of a lot more to get me out of there.
Well, it did look
Um,
like it was one of those more luck than skill kind of punches, that just,
right?
hey, it is a split second between
Yeah, right.
cruising through to a win and oh shit, something like that happens. You can't take your eye off for a second, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just another growing pain moment. I had some faults in camp at that time, so he just was able to get away with some things because of that. And that's why it's our job as professionals to make sure we're at our best all the time. We have to stay ready.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those things.
Well, here you are at age 29, yes. And talking about your family, you have truly some of the most precious kids I've ever seen. You've got
Thank
photos
you.
of them online. You have a beautiful family. That really does change the equation for a fighter, doesn't it? Because,
Absolutely.
you are a single dad. They are counting on you. What what kind of motivation does that provide you? And you're fighting for a promoter, who's a family guy himself, who's now watching his own son try to make it. That's got to be a really good match for you.
Yeah, I mean, um. ultimately, like for me, yeah, like excuse me, family has always been everything to me. Always. That was literally the first value that I learned was to treasure your family. And I think my grandmother, may she rest in peace, she instilled that in me as a young child. And I always kept that. That's why I make sure to honor her on every fight. She's most of the time she's always on my trunks. So is my grandfather. He's just a super hardworking man. My grandparents they were pretty much the foundation of my mental acumen when it comes to family. They built the foundation, and I just continue to carry it. And that's a legacy I don't ever want to let go of because I love my family. Like I love my mom. She like pretty much my team is a family affair. I mean, my father, he's my head coach, my biological father, Andy Pierce, and then my stepfather, Jesse Tanksley. He's my co-manager, and then my mother, she's my assistant. So, it's kind of like I adore, and then, my older brothers, they're a part of my merchandising. So it's like it's I just
It's
believe,
the
yeah,
family business.
yeah, literally, yeah, literally,
It
yeah. That's
really is.
just
And
I,
a lot is said about fathers training sons. Sometimes it's a great fit. I mean, You look at somebody like Bill and Devin Haney, for example. I mean,
Right,
that's
right.
just a genius arrangement. Others, it's a little crazy. There's a lot of friction. And in your case, you also have a stepfather. Yeah, that's pretty remarkable thinking about, two men in that position with their relationship with each other working that way. Why does it work for you so well?
I mean, ultimately, I'm blessed to have two parental figures who, they're mature, they're very wise and just intelligent men who, instill those same principles into me. And that's nothing short of a blessing because there's kids out here today who have no father figure or anyone to rely on of that, nature. So, for me to have two and a bonus and still, have even my older brother, they've always been, I mean, all my brother, I mean, just in general, all my family is just good people. Like, and I'm blessed. I would never trade my family for anything. And you know, a quote I often use is the wolf is only as strong as the pack, and the pack is only as strong as the wolf.
That
So
that is a great way to look at it. Speaking of that, the nickname. There have been fighters that you have used the wolf for animals before, but
right.
they aren't the wolf.
Yeah.
WXXXLF. You have to see it. Okay,
Yeah.
how did that come about? When you're a writer and you look at words and you see somebody who's chosen to spell their nickname that way, there's a story.
Absolutely, and I see that's one of the beauties right there that you already aforementioned. I am a writer. Like I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I was actually that was one of my biggest strengths back in school. Like I used to write a lot of essays, and the teachers would they would like publish them to the class and stuff. Let them use them as examples and things like that. Like I've just always had a gift when it came to writing and expressing myself. So during when it really came was when after my second loss, like I said, I went through a divorce. I was pretty much at rock bottom. I was down bad. I was trying to figure things out. Like I said, I'm a single father at the time with a daughter. I'm just trying to figure it out, and I just decided I got angry, and I decided I was going to completely revamp my life, my career, and then I chose to go about it in a more aggressive manner. And um I don't want people to get it confused with like stereotypes because I know a lot like some people kind of confuse it with like I guess an angry black man type of situation, but it has nothing to do with that or correlate with any of that. It's just more so, I was going through a lot of emotional trauma at that time, and I just decided to pretty much revitalize myself with all the pain that I was going through and use it as a strength. And ultimately, that's when the wolf was born. And I spelled it with the triple X's because the triple X's represents unpredictability. You never know what you're gonna get when you step in the ring with Elijah Pierce. Reason being, I've always been a jack of trades. So when I say literally, I sing, rap, dance, act. Um, I tumble. Pretty much whatever it is I have interest in, I will figure out how to do it, and I will do it well because I just have that type of mental acumen and perseverance to where as if I really want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Nobody's gonna deter me and tell me that I can't do it if I have the ability to do it. So that's just how I've always had that character instilled in me, somewhat from my father and my mother too, honestly. And it's always stayed and it's not going anywhere. So once it unveiled itself, it just stuck. It felt genuine. And then like I said, as far as my team, everybody, you can't be a part of Team Wolf if you're not if I don't have a close relationship with you. If me and you don't have that type of camaraderie, it won't work. Everybody in my pack or in my team is family to me. Every single person.
Boxing demands so much trust, doesn't it? I mean,
Oh my God,
you cannot
that's
stand
an
your team
understatement.
without it. Yeah, because it's rough out there. If you can't trust who's around you, I mean, yeah,
I feel like
you're gonna
I've
get eaten
experienced that as
alive,
well.
right?
I've definitely experienced that as well. So yeah, I could definitely concur.
Your English teachers must be amazed, given your talents in other areas that here you are today. And in 2026, Elijah, what are the goals? What are the goals you've set for yourself?
Um, well, first and foremost, beat Para. Or no, excuse me, no, I'm going to knock out Para. Quite, quite, quite devastating too. I'm gonna knock him out. Put on
Fair
and
warning. Okay,
yeah.
for watching. Fair warning. All right.
um, I'd say secondly, just a short term goal is for me to like I said, I've said it a bunch of times, but just due to many different instances, I haven't necessarily done it yet. I really want people really think I'm a very one trick style type of fighter, which is insane because nobody really pays attention to my background or which I've came and how I've even gotten to this place. So it just goes to show. So I'm looking forward to finally putting on the performance, that star-studded performance where people can really give me my kudos and give me my credit that I'm deserving of. And also, of course, win this world title. I've claimed it already. I've claimed it in the name of Jesus. It's mine.
It's sitting there
I'm
for you.
going to be a child. I'm going to be the champion this year.
So it's the year of versatility, right? You want to show your versatility in the ring.
It's the year of the wolf.
It's the year of the wolf. Well, I always ask fighters my 10 questions because come on, you guys get asked the same things over and over. Let's test
Yeah.
the wolf and see what's happening. And the first of my usual questions is perfect. The best nickname in boxing besides yours.
Hmm. I would say uh, I'd probably say Money Mayweather, just because of
That's a favorite. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, just because I'm a person who likes authenticity, and I feel like I mean, you can't really get no more realer than Floyd in terms of how he kind of transitioned from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather, and he gave you the specifics behind the transition and everything else, and he stood firm on it, and he made it into he made it into a legacy,
It served him well. You
very
got a lot
much.
of sparring, but who's your dream sparring partner?
Man, can they be dead or alive? Or
Real present, past, present.
oh, okay.
You have sparred, you haven't sparred them.
Man, that is tough. Probably. I would have loved to spar with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Ooh,
I would love to spar with Sugar Ray Leonard. I'm
that is
like,
a
because
quality
I
choice.
love Sugar Ray Leonard. Or Pernell Whitaker too. He's definitely one of my favorites.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
What venue or city would you like to fight in before you retire?
Definitely Madison Square Garden for sure, and then also in Dubai or excuse me um I forget what it's
Re You must be talking about maybe Riyadh, Saudi Arabia?
yeah. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was trying to remember what it was
Yeah,
called. Yeah, Riyadh. Yeah.
yeah, very exciting destination. Assuming you haven't made $1 million purse yet, what's the first thing you'd buy with your $1 million purse?
Man, you know what? That's so funny because I actually thought about this a couple weeks ago, and the first thing I would probably buy it would more so be an investment to have some type of sustainability and make sure I can hold on to some money first before anything.
Your financial advisor, get them on the
Yeah,
line. Good for you. I
absolutely.
love it when I love it when a fighter doesn't say a Bugatti, okay? Or something,
Oh no,
on wheels. If you think you do hear that, right?
absolutely.
Should heavyweights be allowed on the pound for pound list?
Yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
some people say no. It's kind of surprising. If you could
Hmm.
spar just one celebrity for fun, who would it be?
Probably it would either have to be like two, like I have two, like I'm not really a starstruck person. Like that's very hard to do for somebody like me. But I ain't gonna lie, if there was two gentlemen who I would probably be a little bit starstruck, it would probably be Wesley Snipes and Michael Jai White.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, take them on. Maybe,
Yeah, two
give them
big,
a call. Never
basically,
know.
I pretty much call them the first two black superheroes. You know, Michael J. White played Spawn, and obviously Wesley Snipes was Blade, and Blade was such. I mean,
Wesley
Blade was
Snipes.
such a
That
pivotal
that's
figure
a
in my childhood.
classic.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I mean, that's such an interesting pull. I love that one. Your favorite boxing movie?
Oh man. Oh, that's hard. And of course, it's between Rocky Four and Gladiator with
Oh,
with Cuba Gooding Jr.
nice. Very good. If you could steal one skill from another boxer, what would it be?
Mm. Honestly, I would say I really respect Shakur Stevenson's patience. Him and Terrence Crawford. They both have like a just unbelievable patience, and I really respect it because like a lot of people don't really understand when you're a fighter and your instinct is to fight. Those moments sometimes it's those the smallest moments that are so pivotal because at you just have to know and be very cautious of when you strike and when they're about to strike, and you have to weigh it. And those guys is just they're just able to be extremely chill. Sometimes me, I'm ready to go in there and mix it up sometimes, and so I'll go ahead and put myself in the fire just to go ahead and create the spectacle. Some those Shakur, sometimes Terrence Crawford, sometimes they'll continue to wait and wait and wait until they're ready, and then once they're ready, they'll get you.
That's maturity in the ring, isn't it? I mean, you did that that comes over time. I think long, long time. Final question for you tonight. When I
Uh-huh.
when I, Elijah Pierce, am not boxing, I'm doing what?
Oh, well, first, spending time with my kids. Then, of course, I love my kids. Um, Other than that, making music. Like I said, I'm a self-taught engineer, so I engineer my own music engineer and record my own music. Um, or tumbling. Like I said, I like to go to the gymnastics studio and tumble. Um, I dance. I love to dance. One of my close friends. He's a very experienced professional dancer. He's danced for numerous icons in the industry, Usher, um, TLC, and so on and so forth. So me and him, we've collaborated a bunch of times and done things together, dance wise or whatever. So I mean, I just like to ultimately just try new things. I'm very adventurous. I'm very outgoing. I can be sheltered at times, but for the most part, I'm very outgoing. I'm very willing to try new things. I don't mind putting myself out there. I'm not one of those people who likes to put themselves in a box. I believe that God has us gave us the ability to use all our talents. Why wouldn't we?
Well, it has been a pleasure talking to you. Before you get to that one-man residency in Las Vegas, somewhere in your distant future,
Oh yeah.
we're gonna enjoy for now getting to see you in the ring under Manny Pacquiao Promotions coming up on February 28th. Turning Stone Casino for those of you in the New York area. For the rest of us, it's Amazon Prime Video. I'm very much looking forward to it. And Elijah, I wish you all the best. May the wolf howl on.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Gail. And I guess I'll leave you with, like I said, my quote that I often use as well. No matter the conditions in the wilderness, a wolf will never eat grass. And by that, the relentlessness that it takes to be a wolf you can't do it. That means whatever is envisioned, whatever is the ultimate goal, the prize, you're fixated on that. And there's no deterring, there's no getting away from that. That's what it is, and that's what ultimately has to be completed in order to be fulfilled.
Well, happy hunting to you and all the best to you on February 28th.
Thank you so much.